Angel Reese turned heads again on Sunday after she represented the Chicago Sky for the 2025 WNBA Draft Lottery. The 22-year-old caught the attention of the fans in her bright pink dress as Reese witnessed the Sky get the number 3 overall pick for next year's draft. As always, however, not everyone was pleased to see the former LSU star make another public appearance. At this point, it's as if Reese can do no right in the eyes of her naysayers. There were more than a few negative comments about her as her draft lottery photos circulated online, which, unfortunately, has become quite common for a superstar such as Reese. This is exactly why the Sky forward decided to send an unapologetic message to anyone and everyone who chooses to bash her for seemingly anything and everything she does. Reese shared a viral post on her Instagram stories that read, "I've noticed some women carry a certain aura that make people hate on them no matter what they do or don't do, LOL." Reese added a 4-word comment about the post to express her brutally honest thoughts about the powerful quote. Throughout her rise to superstardom, Reese has amassed a considerable amount of fans. At the same time, Reese is well aware of the fact that what also goes hand in hand with the supporters are the haters, who seem to have nothing better to do than to spread negativity. Reese has gotten used to the bashing at this point, and it is clear that she remains unapologetic about how she carries herself, regardless of what other people might think. There is still a little more than 5 months before the WNBA's 2025 season begins. However, fans were given a jolt of excitement on Monday after the league released its regular season schedule for the upcoming campaign. The Indiana Fever, much like the rest of the league, posted their full team schedule on social media, which had their supporters hyped for the season ahead. More than a few fans, however, could not help but take notice of the fact that the league decided to pit the Fever against the Chicago Sky on its opening weekend. While it was not explicitly stated by the league that they planned to kick off the season with a bang by capitalizing on the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese rivalry narrative, Indiana supporters have already set their sights on one of their team's biggest adversaries. Chicago Sky rookie forward Angel Reese continues to capture everyone's attention off of the court. Reese, an all-rookie player in her first season in the WNBA, she averaged 13 points and 13 rebounds a game, missed the final weeks of the year with a wrist injury. But the former LSU Tigers great is expected to make a full recovery and be at 100% health in time for the start of the 2025 regular season. Reese and the Sky will open the year on a big stage, taking on Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever in the regular season opener. Off of the court, Reese continues to make big moves. She appeared in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue and has been attending several different fashion shows. On Sunday, Reese went viral in a see-through shirt. Ashlyn Watkins just threw down her 3rd career dunk, and it sparked a roar from NCAA to WNBA. Sure, dunks are a dime a dozen in the NBA, but in the WNBA or NCAA women's hoops? Let's just say it's very rare. Now, it has ignited a fiery plea for none other than Las Vegas Aces star Aja Wilson to take flight in the W. Because, well, when it's about the South and women's hoops, how can we not talk about Aja? So, how did Gamecocks' 6'3" forward break the internet? It was late in the first quarter against TCU. After her initial layup got swatted by Sedona Prince, Watkins didn't back down. Instead, she hustled back, stole the ball and raced down the court. With Prince chasing her, Watkins soared and dunked it with her right hand. In case you're wondering how the reigning WNBA MVP comes into the picture, it's because earlier this year, South Carolina coach Dawn Staley stirred the pot by sharing an old video of Wilson attempting a dunk during warm-ups back in her college days. This whole conversation takes us back to 2014, when a young Aja Wilson, the lone woman in a dunk contest, nearly pulled it off. She tried a couple of left-handed dunks, coming super close, but falling just short of the lift needed to throw it down. Despite not converting, her effort did hit the headlines. Now, fast forward to this year. The 2x WNBA champion, in her usual candid style, responded to Shaquille O'Neal's suggestion to lower WNBA rims for more dunks. "What's it gonna do?" she said. "I would much rather just okay, let's get in the gym, let's work. You never know, next year I might dunk." And guess what? Fans are holding her to it, because till now, only 8 players in W have combined for just 37 WNBA dunks, whether in the regular season, playoffs, or All-Star game. It all started in 2002 with Lisa Leslie. Then it was Candace Parker, the shortest player to dunk. Australian star Liz Cambage threw down in 2018. Then there's Brittany Griner. By comparison, no one else has more than 2. The only other active player with a dunk is Jonquel Jones. Rounding out the club are Michelle Snow, Sylvia Fowles, and Awak Queer. And fans want Wilson to be the next. Social media has been buzzing, with fans asking the W star to take the leap, literally. Chicago Sky rookie Angel Reese got real on why she almost considered her basketball career. Don't come to LSU if you don't do intense. Don't come to LSU if you don't want to be challenged, LSU women's basketball assistant coach Gary Redus wrote on X. Don't come to LSU if you prefer to shy away from the moment. He continued, "We all chose each other. We yell, we fuss, we have fiery debates. We are trying to win. Don't come to LSU if you aren't." Reese, who is a former LSU women's basketball player and helped win the franchise their first national championship in 2023, responded to the post, echoing Redus's message. "Don't come to LSU if you don't want to rethink this hoop life, cause you will be battle-tested." Crying emoji happened time after time, but definitely so worth it, she wrote. Reese transferred to LSU from Maryland in 2022 and was drafted to the WNBA in 2024 by the Chicago Sky. You can't talk about women's basketball without speaking about the rivalry between Reese and Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark. While headlines might tell one perspective, Reese gave her view on how it's revolutionized women's basketball. "I think it's just competition. It's been competition since college," Reese said, during the interview with Complex's Speedy Norman. "Being able to play against Caitlin, I've been playing against Caitlin since we were probably in 8th or 9th grade. We both were really competitive in AAU. I went to Maryland, she went to Iowa, so we competed there. And then finally being able to compete in the national championship. People don't know the legacy of us being able to play against each other for a really long time." However, Reese is all for looking at the bigger picture. Elevating women's basketball. "Obviously, social media is going to put 2 women against each other," Reese continued. "I think it's been something that's negative but also positive. I think it shines light on women's basketball, so I'll take that of being able to be the person that gets the hate. But I know that at the end of the day, I'm growing women's basketball and helping women's basketball." The WNBA's latest Instagram post is lighting up the internet as it showcases the best outfits that the 2024 rookie class wore throughout the season. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark and Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese headlined the list, with the WNBA picking some of their best looks from the campaign. Reese was shown wearing an Alexander Wang dress, accessorized with a crystal-embellished retro-feet LED denim bag. The Sky forward established herself as a fashion trendsetter in the league, and her outfit choice in the photo shared by the WNBA perfectly shows why. Meanwhile, Clark stunned in a CRV Femme Fatale one-piece, paired with a sleek Kate Spade Perry crossbody bag, adding flair to her on-court legacy. Other rookies featured on the list include Cameron Brink, Rickea Jackson, and Camila Cardoso, whose fashion statements also left fans in awe. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark is without a doubt one of the most popular athletes today, not only in women's basketball, but in all of professional sports. As such, it comes as no surprise that the 22-year-old has now firmly established herself as one of the most lucrative sports figures in this modern era. A testament to this fact is how Forbes recently included her in their 30 Under 30 list for 2025, which is a collection of the 30 most influential individuals under 30 years old in their respective fields. Clark was included in the sports category, alongside the likes of NBA champion Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics, Olympic gold medalist and pole vaulting icon Mondo Duplantis, and New York Knicks all-star guard Jalen Brunson, to name a few. The Fever did not waste any time flexing the Clarks' latest achievement, as they sent their cornerstone superstar a message on X shortly after the big news was made public. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark for being named to the 2025 era Forbes 30 Under 30 sports category. It is worth noting that no other player in the WNBA was included in Forbes' 30 Under 30 list. Tatum and Brunson were the only two stars from the NBA that were also honored by the renowned publication. Clark is coming off an unprecedented debut campaign in the WNBA that saw her take home Rookie of the Year honors. She averaged 19.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, a league-leading 8.4 assists and 1.3 steals per game, while also knocking down 3.0 triples per contest. Caitlin Clark's debut season in the WNBA has been nothing short of transformational, becoming a household name in a sport that has rarely gained such attention. The Indiana Fever superstar has spearheaded what many are calling the Caitlin Clark effect, causing the WNBA to become the fastest growing brand in the US in 2024. This marked the first time a women's sports league achieved such recognition, dethroning 2023's leader, ChatGPT. Clark's impact transcends the court. With record-breaking viewership and attendance across WNBA games, her influence drew a surge of sponsorships and captivated a diverse demographic, including older generations and male audiences. The league recorded its highest attendance in 22 years, while its commercial appeal surged thanks to the unprecedented spotlight Clark brought to women's basketball. Fans and analysts alike credit Clark's electrifying performances and dynamic presence for revitalizing the league, often labeling her as the savior of the WNBA. Beyond her talent, her marketability and ability to inspire a new wave of fandom have positioned her as a blank check for investors and brands, with analysts projecting her to generate tens of millions in earnings as her career unfolds. The ripple effects of Caitlin Clark's stardom demonstrate her ability to not only redefine women's sports, but also challenge traditional norms in global sports branding. As the WNBA basks in this transformative era, many believe Clark's trajectory signifies the dawn of a golden age for women's basketball, cementing her legacy as a once-in-a-generation icon. This week is WNBA Rookies Week within the women's basketball world. And there has never been a better reason to celebrate a rookie class than the 2-24 group that captivated the entire sport and the world. Of course, leading the pack for 2024 rookies is Indiana Fever and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark. While Clark's massive fanbase is well aware of her staggering accomplishments in her first professional season, the Fever's X account posted them all nicely and neatly for fans to fawn over on Monday.